Welcome back to Comedy or Worse. I'm here with my very special guest,
Zen!
Yay! So how are you doing today?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Oh, pretty good, thanks. So do you use the stage name?
Zen is actually my name.
Okay.
It's also my stage name.
All right.
So
cool.
just that. Yeah.
Nice. All right. So how did you get into comedy?
It's the depression. I was just really depressed.
Okay.
And I've noticed at that time, the only thing that was bringing me a little bit joy was watching stand-up videos.
Okay.
So I was like, maybe I should do that.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool. So did you get addicted to doing stand-up as soon as you started it, or?
I would say at the beginning it was pretty exciting, but then of course extremely nerve-wracking, right? Like I think it was really hard to handle, like bombing.
Yeah.
But then gradually I built like thicker and thicker skin, you know, being more and more comfortable, like being okay with like bombing and everything. So yeah.
All right, cool. So what is your writing process for comedy?
I think right now just whatever that's in my mind. Sometimes it could be just something that happened to me, or sometimes I just tell jokes to people, like could be friends or just strangers, just randomly say some stuff and then I write that down.
Okay.
Yeah.
You just come up with it off the top of your head, or?
Yeah, just right there.
All right.
Yeah. What about you?
Just comes randomly. So do you ever like sit down to write? Like, I'm going to write for an hour.
No, I have never done that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's just all
never goes well for me when I try that.
Oh, okay. It's just all super random.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Who's the funniest person in your life right now? It could be anybody.
Funniest person in my life?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Me.
Nice.
Yeah. I don't want to be like, you know, super boastful, but I don't have a lot of funny friends. I don't know why.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. If you're funny.
Hopefully my friends are not watching. Yeah.
That's funny. So I asked this of everybody. I don't always know what the answer is, but when did we meet?
When did we meet?
Yeah.
Do you mean like officially, or I just started seeing you?
Whatever makes sense.
Okay. So I started doing comedy in March.
Okay.
I think ever since I started in Madhouse. I think I just started seeing you here all the time.
Okay.
And then in other mics. So I don't know exactly when, like, we officially met.
Right.
Yeah.
Maybe at Quantum Brewing when I...
Oh, that could be, yeah. Could be.
Probably was like...
Yeah.
I'm like, are you on the list or something?
Right, it could be.
Yeah.
It could be. Yeah.
Right, that's... Because a lot of times I host over there.
Yeah, absolutely. That could be.
All right.
Yeah. But I see you everywhere, so...
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Cool. So do you have any hobbies or passions that aren't related to comedy?
I do, yeah. I also do some acting. I love dancing.
Nice.
I am doing some graphic design.
Wow.
I also write music.
Dang.
Just random stuff. I don't know.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, that's super cool.
Thank you. What about you, Aaron?
Oh, I like to make... I make my own merch.
Oh, wow.
Sometimes I make music, but I gotta get better at it.
Amazing. Oh, I love that. I wish I always had something funny to say. Where do you get your merch from? Like, is it local manufacturers? Or?
It's like print on demand. It's I switched over to Printify. Yeah.
Is it a local company or?
No, it's like on a website.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Very cool.
Yeah, that's good. I like it. So do you wish you started comedy earlier?
I wouldn't say I wish that because I actually had the idea like 2 years ago. So I don't think I started that late because at the time I really had no idea how to start or even how to write a joke.
Right.
Yeah, so yeah. I don't think I started too late even though it's 2 years later.
Sure.
Yeah.
So during that 2-year period, were you just like watching stand-up, trying to figure it out? Or?
No, so basically it was really interesting. I guess at that time I just didn't know how to go about it at all.
Yeah.
It's a very new area and I've never met anyone who does stand-up.
Sure.
So I just Googled like my favorite comedians who are actually not stand-up comedians. I Googled like Tina Fey, like, Kristen Wiig. They're just like actresses,
Right.
And they both started doing improv.
Okay.
So I found an improv class to take.
Ah.
And then I wanted to improve more, and the teacher told me to take acting classes, which was actually my childhood dream. So ever since I started taking acting classes. So even like until pretty recent, I was taking acting classes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you did improv, and then into acting,
Right.
and then stand-up.
Right. Yeah.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. And then I think stand-up, yeah, is definitely very recent. Yeah. Yeah.
All right, cool. So did you enjoy the classes or
The acting classes, you mean?
whatever? Yeah, the improv, the acting.
Oh,
did you like that?
I would say at the beginning, for both improv and acting, I was very excited
Yeah.
because I was really depressed. So it was nice to do something fun and be around people,
Yeah.
do something new.
Sure.
I mean, I think it probably also depends on the teacher and the classmates, right? How
Yeah.
friendly they are, how engaging and the content and how encouraging they are.
Sure.
So sometimes it can be a not so great experience. Sometimes it is. After I finished all the classes, so I was taking classes at community colleges. After I finished the acting classes, I think towards the end, like I was not really feeling like it was that fun anymore. Yeah, I don't know. That's just like normal for everyone. That at the beginning is like super high, then gradually we just like calming down. I don't know, but yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
All right, cool. So what are your goals in comedy?
I think I want to keep doing it. That's just one goal.
Okay.
Keep doing it, and then
Sweet.
hopefully improve and advance. I definitely was thinking about hosting. And also probably eventually, do like a longer time, maybe eventually getting paid or something, but just something with some advancement, improvement, like advancement.
Right.
Yeah, but then also keep doing it. So
Sure.
yeah.
Makes sense. Nice. So what is your favorite joke right now? It could be anybody's joke. I stump people sometimes.
Right? I mean, I don't know what it is, if that's like the same for other comedians.
No one's ever gave the same answer.
I know. I'm just saying I stopped watching stand-up comedy.
Right.
I don't know. I just don't find it very entertaining anymore.
Sure.
So all the jokes I hear, like my jokes, were sometimes I hear from like other people. I would say some of my jokes are funny. There were one time I think this person, her joke was, I thought it was funny, but for some reason that joke didn't get a lot of laughs from the audience.
Yeah.
And then I used that format to make another joke that didn't get a lot of laughs either. I was very confused because I thought it was funny, but maybe everyone has different taste.
Yeah. Comedy's very subjective.
Yeah, definitely.
That's interesting.
What about you? What's your favorite joke?
Oh, no.
Okay.
You can ask me questions at the end.
Okay, cool.
Just so that way people
Yeah.
heard me answer these questions over and over, they can just stop listening when it's stuff that they've heard before.
Oh, I see.
So what was your first joke? Do you remember?
Ooh, what was my first joke? It's hard to remember, but maybe something regarding like either like childhood in China or like something about class. Yeah, I can't really remember, but
All right.
yeah.
Cool. So do you have like a favorite fan interaction? Either somebody was a fan of your comedy or you saw a comedian and you're like, oh my goodness, you're so good.
Sorry, can you repeat that question?
Do you have like a favorite fan interaction? Either you were a fan of somebody or someone was a fan of you and you had an interaction with them.
Okay. Probably it's more like, I don't know, more impact if it's like somebody telling me that I did a good job.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
Cool. So what's your favorite place to do comedy right now?
Ooh, that's a really good question. I don't know. I mean, there are a few places I like doing comedy. Like Madhouse is one of them, of course.
Yeah.
And I only did comedy at Mic Drop twice. I like it. Yeah.
Cool.
I like Quantum too.
Nice.
I don't know. It's hard to say. So many. Yeah.
Is there any place that you haven't done comedy that you want to try?
So far, no. I don't have any places. I think I probably hit all the comedy clubs.
Okay.
Yeah, I can be wrong, but I think I have.
Have you gone to the Grand in Escondido?
Oh, I take the bus. I can't go there. Yeah.
All right. That's fine. So what was your family life growing up?
What kind of life?
Your family life?
Oh, family life. I would say it wasn't the worst, but probably not the best. I was, my mom left when I was 2. I think I was probably just bouncing between grandparents. And my dad was there at some point, but then later on he met a woman. I think he just moved in with a woman, and then just became very mysterious.
Oh, wow. So you were just with your grandparents?
Yeah, I would say mostly, yeah.
On your mom's side or your dad's side?
Mostly dad's side. And then towards the end with my grandma. So my mom went to Japan. So towards the end, my dad's wife kind of just didn't want him to like pay for me anymore and stuff. So I kind of was just like kind of kicked out of there. And then I eventually decided to go to Japan because my grandma said I should do that. And then I moved in with my grandma, and then I went to Japan.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
How did you like Japan?
I mean, I would say Japan definitely has a lot of good things, but I also experienced a lot of bad things. So I would say there's good and bad, right? You know, based on my experiences.
Sure.
Right.
So you were like a teenager when you went to Japan?
I went to Japan when I was 20.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. Cool. And then when did you move to the United States?
2011.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what prompted that?
So my childhood dream was actually to become an actress. So I was like, oh, wow, I mean, I should do that, you know, before it's too late. I need to pursue my dream. So I came here.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's super cool.
Thank you.
But then when you came here, you didn't immediately. Did you immediately pursue that dream, or did you get distracted?
I did not, and I honestly didn't know how to pursue it. And I think I was, either distracted or something. I was doing a lot of other things or focusing on other things instead of that. I was going to school.
Right.
So, Yeah, so I ended up not pursuing it for a very long time until like recently again. That was like a long pause too.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Life is hard.
Yeah.
So, what is your earliest memory?
Earliest memory, I feel like it could be just memory with my mom in it because she left when I was 2, so probably before that. So she was there before 2, I guess. Yeah.
So, do you remember what it was, or?
I think probably one time I got this like I received this new dress, pink, and then also received this new inner tube. Is that what you call it? Because that has like different cute animals on it or something, and then I think maybe my mom took me to like swim somewhere with her friends, like a bunch of women. So we're just like walking by the river, and I was like very proud of this new stuff. I think that's what I remember. One of the scenes.
That's interesting. Cool.
Yeah.
Nice. So are you in contact with your mom, or?
No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. So, what's the biggest audience you performed for?
Oh, the biggest audience I performed for?
Yeah.
For stand-up?
Sure.
Okay. I would say probably mic drop. I had I would call it like maybe graduation class. So I took a class somewhere, and then they had like a graduation class. There were a lot of people there.
Nice.
Yeah.
In the main stage?
Yeah.
Nice. Super cool.
Thank you.
Let's see. Would you ever do like a character on stage?
Absolutely. Wait, like for stand-up you mean,
Yeah.
or for something else?
Yeah, for stand-up?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
Cool. Have you done it yet, or something you would want to do?
I think I've done a little, like,
Yeah.
pretending to be like a guy or something.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, that's super cool.
Thank you.
Let's see. Have you ever won like a comedy contest or anything like that?
Like won a contest? No, I didn't know those existed.
Okay, that's fine. Have you ever traveled to do comedy?
No.
No.
But maybe I could try from now on. I'm actually going on a trip, so yeah.
Oh, nice. Where are you going?
I think as of now, I'm going to Japan, then China, and probably Malaysia.
Yeah. Super cool.
Thank you.
Would you do comedy in another language?
Yeah. I would like to try, yeah. I was thinking, like, maybe I could do that in Japan, because I can speak some Japanese, and then, I mean, maybe do it in China. I can speak some Chinese, too. Yeah.
All right. Super cool.
Thank you.
Let's see. So far, what's your best booking story? Like, oh, I got booked on this show, and you're like really happy and excited about it.
Oh, excited. I don't know if that's like a booking story, but I think the whole experience of the graduation show at Mic Drop, it was incredible.
Yeah.
There is like a photographer who took like pictures of us, and then the video, like, yeah, everyone was really nice and supportive. There's like a snack room. Yeah, it was really cool.
In the green room?
Yeah, I think so. There's like a lot of snacks. Even though I didn't get to eat any, but it was really cool they were there.
Right.
Yeah.
Super cool. So what's the worst thing about comedy right now?
I would say right now, the worst thing for me maybe is to find this passion or this like excitement or something for it. I don't know why I'm experiencing something like I'm not really super excited about it. I don't know. It's it's related to my depression because it's still there, even though I'm doing stand, but that's not going to take that away.
Sure.
That, or it's I am getting into a flow of things. It's not like the beginning, like it's like scary, exciting, and what is this?
Right.
But you're getting into a flow. I do it every week, and then it became something almost like a job. So it kind of takes away a little bit of that excitement. I don't know which one that is.
Sure.
But I would like to get that like excitement back, and then go further.
Maybe you're just not challenging yourself enough.
That's a good. That's a.
Right.
But then also at the same time, thank you for that. I don't know how.
No, I can't judge. You know, because I'm not you.
Right. Yeah.
I can only you know, try to figure out. Well, when I feel that way, it's like, well, maybe I'm not challenging myself. Like I have a roast coming up tomorrow. You know,
where?
At the Comedy Store.
Okay.
Yeah, so you might want to challenge yourself and do something like a roast, or you know, put yourself out there, try to get booked on shows. You know, that's
like contacting people.
Yeah, that's always like a rush, right? Like, what are they going to say? Are they going to say no? What if they say yes? Then I got to prepare, right?
Wow.
Try to write jokes with different characters, do different characters on stage. Like that's challenging. I don't know, just some ideas.
Yeah, thank you so much, Aaron. I would need more information about the roast later.
Sure. You should just come to the roast and meet Gordon Downs, who runs it.
Okay.
And say that you're interested. You know, if you're interested.
Do you just like go there and sign up, and then you just go roast?
Well, you know, talk to Gordon Downs, say that you're interested, and then he might say, well, do you have anybody that you want to roast? So you would just pick somebody in the San Diego comedy scene that, you know, that you want to roast, and then, you know, talk to Gordon and see if you guys can schedule that.
Oh, wow. But you don't sign up and then go on stage right away. You sign up for later.
Takes a while. Yeah,
because interesting.
Because there's people that have
in line.
In line, exactly. Although, you know, they're doing it twice a month, so.
Oh, wow.
And there's like 4 roasts per time, so every month that means there's 8 battles. So that's 16 people. Well, sometimes if it lines up right, it could be the same person.
Roasting all 8.
Well, no. Like, say if the first one of the month, one person could be roasting somebody, and then 2 weeks later, that same person could be roasting someone else, in theory.
Oh.
You know, if it just happens to line up that way. I don't think anybody's done that, but I think there's been times where people have done it, like, back-to-back months.
Oh, wow. Incredible.
I have one in, you know, this month is June, and then I have another roast in July.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah.
Oh, my goodness. Thank you so much, Aaron.
Oh, you're welcome. Yeah. Let's see. Do you enjoy watching other people work on jokes, you know, like get better, or?
I haven't seen that much. I mean, I attended your workshop at the Quantum. I think it's, you know, it's great to get feedback from other people to work on my jokes, and sometimes to give other people feedback.
But like sometimes doing stand-up, you can see someone doing the same joke over and over.
Right.
And over time, they get better.
Right.
Do you enjoy that process, or?
I do. To be honest, I only notice myself. I don't know.
No one's expecting you to keep track for everybody.
So I remember there was like a one joke in my head, it was funny, right? And then I told it was like, somehow like some parts, because like there's like a little bit long joke, and there's like a few different things in there I thought could, you know, bring laughters, but some parts didn't. Sure. And I went to a few places. I was like, oh, those things were not hitting. How do I do that? And then one time I think I invited my friend, who's not a comedian at all.
Yeah.
And I asked his opinion, and I was thinking about different things to change it to when he agreed about my, like, you know, the way to change it.
Okay.
And then it changed after I talked to him, and then it was definitely hitting better.
Nice.
And I was really glad. Yeah.
Yeah, that's super cool.
Thank you.
Yeah, the writing groups definitely help.
Yeah.
There's 3 writing groups right now.
What? Oh.
Yeah. There's Mine Comedy or Worst on Saturdays. And
Okay.
There's Write Tight. It's the first and third Sunday of the month
Okay.
at Subterranean Cafe.
Oh, okay. In North Park or somewhere.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And then there's the Laugh Lab, I think they call it, at the Stats.
Well, Stats has that too.
Like Andy Whiskey, you know, they run that, the San Diego comedy scene.
Oh.
I think that's the second and fourth Sunday of the month.
Wow.
But you think you have to sign up ahead of time for that one.
I see.
Yeah.
Wow. Thank you.
Of course. Yeah, it's better than having to like pay money all the time for
Right.
class, right?
Yeah. Or begging my friend to come
Sure.
every time and then ask him what you think. Yeah.
Right, yeah. Yeah, sometimes there's like mics that will, like a feedback mic or something, but I don't think anybody's
Really?
really doing that right now.
Oh, okay.
But
Feedback Mac sounds really good.
yeah, maybe we should do that.
Maybe we should.
Let's see. So have you ever been in a car accident?
Yes. I was riding a bike when this car hit me. I wasn't in a
no.
car.
When was that?
That was 2006, maybe?
Wow.
I was in Japan.
Oh, that's awful. How bad did you get hurt?
I mean, according to them, it wasn't that bad, but definitely it was traumatizing for me. But
Oh,
yeah,
did you have to go to the hospital? Or?
yeah,
Right.
yeah. But they said I didn't break anything or anything, something. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Well, I mean, that's good at least.
yeah,
Breaking bones takes a while to heal.
yeah, definitely.
Trauma is a whole other thing, right?
Yeah, right.
So do you still ride a bike or?
I don't ride a bike right now just because I heard or seen people get their bikes stolen all the time. So I think just too much worry for me to have that. Yeah, I just walk and take the bus.
Right.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Nice. So do you know how to drive a car? Or?
No, I don't.
Okay. That's fine. You don't have to know how to drive a
Something
car.
to learn in the future.
Yeah.
Yep.
So is that something you want to learn how to
Oh
do?
yeah, absolutely. I think it's very inconvenient, limiting when I don't know how to drive.
Sure. Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
So do you ever take lifts or? anything?
Rarely. I always take the bus.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I mean, of course, there's times it's too late and maybe it's not safe or something. I would do that. Or when I'm in other countries. But
Right.
yeah, not so much here.
All right. Cool. So what was it like growing up in China? That's where you grew up, right?
Mm-hmm.
Obviously you only can talk about your life. You don't know
Yeah.
everybody else's life.
That's true. That's true. Yeah. Yeah.
But
Mm-hmm.
how did you like that?
I would say there were definitely good moments besides, all the other family things. There were so much food. I don't know if that's just Chinese culture or something. There's always ample food. There were usually just 3 of us, my grandma, grandpa, me.
Yeah.
But we have a whole fridge of food, boxes of oranges, apples, pears, a whole freezer of ice cream. Yeah, I don't know. We just always had so much food.
Wow.
And yeah, I Yeah, I don't know. It's nice for a kid to have lots of food. Yeah. Lots of studying. I wasn't really allowed to like watch TV or something growing up because my grandma was very strict. Yeah.
Did you guys have a TV?
Yeah. We actually had multiple TVs, but I was just not allowed to because yeah. I mean, but like in China, you know, when I was going to school in elementary school, for instance, because my grandma died when I was 13. So during that time, I was going to school 6 days a week.
Wow.
And then every day there's homework. And summer and winter vacation, you also have homework. There's never a time you don't have homework. Huh. And then after that, my grandma will give me more homework. So there's not much time left to like...
Sure.
But yeah.
Okay. So what did you study in college?
College, I was in Japan. I studied intercultural studies. It was not my choice, but I did that.
All right. What would you like to study?
Acting.
Yeah. Okay. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, maybe you can go find an acting school that would excite you.
Yeah.
I think community college can be good. But,
yeah, absolutely.
But
cheap.
There's also like the downside, right?
Yeah.
You get what you pay for, or
that's true.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, the people that are really good teachers and students probably aren't going to gravitate towards the lower end. You know,
that makes sense.
There's schools where you have to like pass an audition to get in.
Yeah.
So.
Right.
Yeah, maybe that's something you can look into.
Yeah.
Into.
Thank you.
Sure. It's easy to give other people advice.
That is very true. Yeah.
So would you ever take more improv classes?
100%.
Okay.
It's super fun. And I think, don't get me wrong, stand-up can be fun. I think for me, stand-up, I mean, of course, I like performing a lot. But I think writing jokes is probably really fun.
Yeah.
And stand-up, there's like a lot of great people, such as yourself. But it's a solo activity, right? I think improv is like a group activity. So it's like really fun. You guys are all together making something happen.
Yeah.
I really like that.
That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Let's see. So how do you feel about social media?
Social media, I think it can be beneficial and also distracting at the same time.
Right. Sure.
You know, it's, for example, for stand-up or anything you want to promote. I mean, that's a good place to go to, post stuff. Like, a lot of people can see anywhere. But at the same time, you know, you can also see other people's stuff all the time and get distracted and just get into this, like, little trap or this black hole. Yeah. And also make, like, you feel bad about yourself. Like, oh, wow, these people are doing all these cool things, and then they look amazing. They're, like, you know, trying these things or eating these things. Like, I'm not doing anything with my life. Like, whoa, that sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, do you have any other hobbies right now?
Oh, yeah.
So, what are other hobbies you're enjoying?
I haven't done it as much right now because my insomnia is really bad, but I used to dance all the time. Yeah, I think I need to find a way to get back into it.
Sure.
Yeah.
So what kind of dancing do you like to do?
I like to do freestyle. Yeah. But if I was to take a class or something, I probably would pick like hip hop or something. Yeah.
Nice.
Thank you.
Have you ever done like a sketch or anything?
Yeah. Do you mean by myself or
been in a sketch or?
Yeah, so basically I think I wrote a short film. Nice. And I shot it. I think it's kind of like a sketch comedy category. Okay. Cool. And also do sketch just like by myself.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool. So do you like that? Are you getting better?
I do. Yeah, I think there was a time when I was taking those acting classes, I was trying, because sometimes you have to like do self-tape auditions, right?
Sure.
For some reason, I really didn't enjoy doing that at home.
Okay.
I would way rather just to go there.
Right.
But now I think I'm getting better at doing stuff at home by myself.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, thank you.
Sweet. So do you do any other type of writing? Like,
Yeah.
what kind of writing?
Like besides like, you know, stand up,
Yeah.
like sketch comedy or something. I write lyrics.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Nice. So when you do music, you just write the lyrics, or you also write the music part?
I do write the music part, but I think maybe because I am, you know, writing jokes and also sketch comedy, so the word part is more polished.
Sure.
So I definitely write a lot more lyrics right now versus melody.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's so cool.
Thank you.
So when you're writing melodies, like what you write it in piano, guitar, like how do you do it?
I basically just use my mouth.
Nice.
Unfortunately, right now I can't play any musical instruments.
Okay, sure.
So just my mouth. And I think probably later I would take a class to learn one musical instrument.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, that's super cool.
Thank you.
So let's see. Have you ever done pottery or painting or drawings or
Yeah.
something like
I did a pottery one time,
that?
and I also made sure to play the song from The Ghost. I don't know if you guys know, but the two people, they're making this thing.
Yeah.
Oh my love, and then I was make sure to do that and then play that song. It was fun. Pottery, and sorry, what pottery?
Oh, just any type of art.
Yeah. When I was a kid, I guess maybe in China water painting is very popular, so I did water painting when I was in China as a kid. I think now I really want to try maybe acrylic or oil painting.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I haven't tried it yet,
Sure.
but I would love to try that.
Yeah.
I do draw all the time.
Okay. So what do you like to draw?
I think right now I'm mostly drawing like fashion stuff.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay. So do you ever make anything?
I haven't made anything,
Okay.
but I think something I want to try in the future.
Sweet.
Thank you.
Yes. Let's see. What else? So did you ever do any sports or anything like that?
Like growing up or now or?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Growing up, no, never. I later on, after I went to Japan, during college time, I learned I really loved dancing because that was I started going to clubs. Sports, I would say I recently tried. Is it kickball or something? That's something similar to baseball. I don't know, for something. I don't know. Basically, just run and stop and run and stop. I don't know exactly what's happening, but I thought it was fun.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, so I would like to try that again,
Yeah.
or try something new.
Sure.
I would like to try parasailing,
Wow.
maybe paragliding, different sort of things. Because I live in PB, so
Nice.
I think I should use the water more.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. Sweet. Do you like the ocean?
I love the ocean.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That works out good.
But I don't know how to swim, so
You don't know how to swim?
guess the water doesn't like me back.
It wants to embrace you.
Yeah. I mean, I need to learn how to swim too.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting. So are you working right now? Or?
I'm not working right now.
Okay. Are you going to school? Or?
I just finished this semester yesterday.
Nice.
Thank you.
So are you totally done with school, or are you gonna?
I think summer vacation is really long. I think it's usually maybe 3 months or something.
Yeah.
And I really do want to make this trip. I haven't been to China for 20 years.
Sure.
I really would like to go there and visit. So hopefully that happens. And I don't want to rush, so I feel like maybe I should skip a semester.
Okay.
Yeah. And then figure out where I'm going after.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you have your visa all set up and everything.
For China?
Yeah.
No. So basically, it's really complicated. So I got my U.S. citizenship. So now I have to apply for a visa to visit China. It's very complicated. And then I was previously traveling and moving a lot. So I left all of my important documents with my friend in Japan. And then for the Chinese visa, I needed my old expired Chinese passport. He mailed to me, but I think it probably either got lost or stolen. I never received it.
Oh, no.
Yeah. So now I had to I went to LA to the Chinese consulate, and then I had to fill out this passport lost form. And they had to contact Japan to, I guess, just to make sure I'm a real person or something.
Wow.
So I'm just waiting on that. Yeah.
Wow, that's awful. Sorry
Hopefully
to hear that.
not too long. Yeah.
So, what was the process of becoming a U.S. citizen?
The whole process from the beginning, or just
so? So how did you go about it?
Mm-hmm.
So you were in Japan at the time when you started?
No, I was in the U.S.
Oh, you were in the U.S.
Mm-hmm.
You were just on a visiting visa or?
No, at that time, I think when I applied for the citizenship,
yeah.
I already had a green card.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because you have to have a green card first and then apply for the citizenship.
Sure. Mm-hmm. All right. Cool.
Yeah.
So you were in the United States for school, or?
At the beginning, yeah.
Oh, okay. Super cool. Yeah. So what's your favorite country to visit right now, do you think?
Are we talking about visiting in the future or in the past? Or? Oh, okay. In the future, I am definitely looking forward to visiting China because it's been 20 years.
Sure.
I would like to see some family and some other parts of China. It's really big. I haven't been.
Sure.
I'm looking forward to visiting Japan as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. And possibly go to Malaysia to see a friend. Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah. Nice. Let's see. So when you had to do homework, go to school 6 days a week and do homework all the time, did you ever
in China,
have,
right?
In China, did you ever work with other people, or you just had to do your homework? You had to do all your work yourself, or?
Oh, always by yourself.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
that would be nice if you work with other people.
Yeah, sometimes it's people have figured stuff out that you don't know.
I mean, sometimes you just copy other people's answers. I don't know if that's working with other people.
Maybe that's why they don't let you.
Yeah, maybe that. I don't know. Yeah.
Cool. Let's see. So, is there anything else that you want to talk about, or have questions, or?
I have a lot of questions to ask you.
Okay, here we go.
Well, I mean, similar questions. One is, I think you've been doing this for a while, right? Comedy.
Yeah, over 6 years.
Oh wow, that's incredible. And
just gotta keep doing it.
Yeah. Like what? I guess. I mean, that's something that I'm trying to figure out. Like, how do you keep it interesting? What's the drive that makes you keep going?
Well, I guess like there's a lot of drives, really.
Okay.
For me, there's a lot of things that I haven't even tried yet.
Like what?
Well, I mean, some things I have tried a little bit,
Okay.
so it's not like I haven't tried it at all.
Okay.
You know, like for example, going up on stage with just a rough idea of what you want to talk about.
Okay.
Know? That's very challenging.
Yeah.
Being able to like switch into different characters.
Okay.
Done that a little bit. But even times where if people see me do stand up a lot, they sometimes I feel like, well, that was a totally different character, and other people might be like, no, you're just doing the same character, but have a different voice or whatever. You know, so like I want to be able to just like write a joke from a different perspective, go on up on stage. I mean, I have been able to do that before. I wrote a joke that was just, and then performed it as a totally different, you know, like totally different accent, and it was not something I did normally, and it was going well, and then it just, after a while, it's just like, this is a lot of work, you know? It'd be nice to be able to go up and just do deadpan humor, you know, but I've tried that, and it's like my nervousness on stage really affects how I sound, you know.
Do you still feel nervous right now? Like when you
Oh yeah, all the time.
Oh, okay.
I haven't so far been so nervous that I couldn't go on stage or like go up there and just freeze. It's more of like I could just tell like I'm not sounding exactly like I want, you know. I want, you know, it'd be nice to be able to go up there and do, or like sometimes you have like a voice that you're doing, and it's like hard to keep doing that exact same, you know, like an impression. Say you're doing an impression, and it's like after a while, sometimes you just lose the impression. You can't get back into the zone of it.
Right.
Yeah. So there's a lot of stuff I still want to try, so that keeps me motivated.
Oh, wow.
You know?
That's incredible.
And there's even times where, well, I guess the thing is that I'm trying to broaden my comedy as much as possible, have a higher percentage of the audience be on board and enjoy, you know, the comedy.
Yeah.
And also be doing it long enough to where hopefully people that actually enjoy my comedy will come to see me on purpose, right?
Yeah.
You know, like comics can headline because they start drawing an audience.
I see.
Right?
I see.
You know, like I mean, even really famous big comics, like if you just said, "Oh, this comic's gonna headline," and then you switched it at the last minute, and you switch it so dramatically that it's like, you know, comedy's subjective, and you give someone at the equal star power level, but the comedy is way different. It's not going to go as well, right? It's just the way it is.
I see.
Right? So it'd be nice to just be doing it long enough to have people to go to the show on purpose.
I see.
Yeah.
Wow.
Get better at social media.
Yeah.
Grow the podcast.
Absolutely.
Get better at designing the merch.
Yeah.
And where people will, a lot of times people like say, "Oh, I like your shirt," but it's not like they're going online and buying it, right?
Maybe you should tell them to.
I do sometimes. But at this point, it's more like a joke.
Mm.
I tell them with no expectation of them doing it. I mean, I've sold a few things here and there online, but to get people to actually buy it. Well, I think it's also all ties together, right? Like if you get better at comedy, you get better at social media, you get better at designing the merch, it's all gonna like plateau, right? And then there'll be a time where, like people are, sorry, I tried to sell the merch after a really good show, and then people are like, oh, sorry, I don't have any more smalls, but you can go to the website, and then someone actually doing it.
Right. Yeah.
That would be the dream.
Yeah. I believe in you.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
We'll see. It takes a lot of.
Yeah.
And I also like to do improv.
Amazing. Where do you do it?
I mean, I haven't picked a place. I took a workshop once, and I feel like I always would try to do improv in real life. Just like sometimes like with friends or like or in the past, like I've been able to like get family on board to goof around.
Oh, that sounds super fun.
But
wow,
it's not. I'd want to do it every day.
Yeah.
Or every week, or at least.
Yeah.
But it's just scheduling, just like setting aside the money and then the time, and then finding a place and doing it.
I see.
Yeah.
Wow. And where is this passion for comedy from?
I guess just I ended up being like a middle child, and just what I always like want to like use comedy to distract people from the bad and make people laugh, and myself laugh. Comedy helps me deal with the sad things, the bad things in life.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh wow! Thank you for sharing.
Yeah.
What is actually I just recently made a friend. He also talks about being a middle child a lot. I was just wondering, what does that mean, being a middle child? Because I'm from China.
Oh, okay, sure.
I mean, it's very rare somebody is a middle child.
Sure.
Usually
that
nobody.
They would have to have at least.
Yeah, I mean nobody has that. I've never met anyone who has 3, but yeah.
Sure. Yeah. Say it's okay. An only child. You have all the attention.
Okay.
Right. Like there's no.
I didn't, but usually they should. They should.
Sure. Not like all the. You probably are never going to get all the attention you want, right?
Yeah.
It's just there's someone's like. Well, I don't know. My older sister's like 5 years older than me, so and then she helped raise me too. So it's like a little bit different situation.
Okay.
It's not like we were 2 years apart and we were competing a lot.
Right. Okay.
Right. But at some point, you're the youngest, and you get a little spoiled. You're having fun. Getting your parents' attention.
Okay.
And then they have another child.
Oh.
And then the attention focuses on them, and then you're like, hey, wait, don't forget about me. Look at me. I'm funny. I'm entertaining.
So middle child is like the forgotten one, or usually where the person
because just it also depends on the spacing of the children too.
Right.
Like, if the older child is, or your older sibling is already more self-sufficient and doesn't. Or even just like a teenager.
Okay.
Right,
Yeah.
By the time I became really a middle child, my older sister was already like a teenager. So she doesn't care as much, that she's not being treated like, getting as much attention.
I see. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Thank you for explaining that.
Well, I only can go from my
Of course, yeah. I've never experienced that or seen that in China. But anyways, and then I was wondering, how do you keep this passion, like, like keep the fire going? How do you, because I feel like my fire is always going down for some reason.
Sure.
How do you keep it going?
I guess just even seeing other people improve.
Okay.
Not just feeling myself improve, it's also seeing other people improve.
Mm-hmm.
To where, oh yeah, they, worked on that. There's comics that don't understand that you gotta like say jokes over and over and over again. And one of the reasons you do that is that, say that there's a room where everybody's doing bad,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
And I've figured out fairly early on, like I started like trying to really sell the jokes, like really deliver them and sell them, and then in a room that was people were doing bad, I would get up there and really care and try to perform the jokes, and then it would go well, and then people were like, wow, you really did well in that room that wasn't no one else was doing. It's like, yeah, I tried. So
I see.
just building that muscle memory of like just always trying to get better. And also there's like I feel like there's times where I can just be goofy in the front of the mirror, getting ready, and it's like I wish I could be able to take that energy, that magic, and just do it on stage. I don't.
Why don't you do that?
Because it's I don't know. It's like partially, I guess, the nervousness. Like, it's like you have to like get to that point. Maybe I need to like try to be get in that mood off stage. The good and bad thing about like
performing arts,
the comedy scene is that you know a lot of comics, right? And they always want to talk to you.
Okay.
And I think I need to maybe start like isolating myself before I go on stage. You know what I mean? And like, get in the zone.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean? And just be like, because like sometimes people want to talk, like ask me like very deep or like probing questions, and it's like I'm about to go on stage. We're not even talking about comedy sometimes. You know what I mean? Like it's like I need to like focus and get into that heightened,
That makes sense.
Yeah. So I think that's a good question. I think that's one of the things I need to work on is like figuring out what the best process is. I mean, obviously the best thing to do is be able to just like have a normal conversation and like and then hear your name and just go up on stage and have no prep time. Because anything like that is just gonna is just for something to go wrong. Like say a prop comic, I forgot my props, now what do I do? You know what I mean? Like the longer it takes for you to get into that state where you're going to do well in performing, the harder it's going to be.
I see.
So ideally is find out that middle ground. Like, okay, I need 5 minutes or whatever, and then be able to cut it down to 3 minutes. I need 3 minutes to prepare. Like Ben, you see Ben Keltner sometimes. He's like
I see him all the time.
You see him meditating before going on stage.
Yeah.
Right? Very smart.
He's always in his zone. Yeah, I admire him. He's like doing this every day. It's insane.
Yeah. So he's found out what helps him. And meditates.
Yeah.
And I think I'm trying to be too social sometimes, and it's like I need to like figure out what is the best path for me to go on stage.
I see.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So hear that, everybody. Figure out.
Yeah.
What you should do before you go on stage.
Absolutely.
Also, what advice would you have for anybody that wants to try stand-up?
To
do it, right?
Yeah, I know, but I think like for me at least, the beginning was the hardest because it's a very scary thing to do.
Yeah.
I would say obviously do it, but it's really hard. And then I think maybe it's important to tell yourself if people don't laugh at your jokes at the beginning, that is perfectly normal and does not mean, you suck and you won't improve later and, get better and get laughs. Don't take that as a negative thing. Take it as an opportunity to learn and grow, and then definitely have faith in yourself, and that's just a process. And believing yourself, loving yourself, be gentle to yourself is very important.
Yeah. You definitely should try a joke multiple times in different audiences before you give up on it.
Absolutely.
And then there's also the thing where you can like set aside a joke. Okay, I'll work on that later, and then you come back to it when you're more like a better comic. Yeah. And then you can figure out that joke that was you knew something was there, but you couldn't figure it out.
Absolutely. And later on, maybe you have a light bulb moment, be like, oh wow, now I know what to say about that joke, right? Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, and that's another reason to like keep doing a joke over and over that is working, is because you can like think of more tags, more ways of making the joke longer and
Absolutely. Yeah. And have fun.
Yeah. And not everyone has to try to do comedy, but try to encourage everybody to go see live comedy.
Yeah, especially us.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
Come to San Diego and see live comedy.
Absolutely.
San Diego has a great live comedy scene.
Yeah.
All right. So
Great.
Is there anything else you want to talk about?
Well, I mean, since you mentioned the challenging myself, right, that could help me, and I really appreciate that. So I definitely will contact Comedy Store or Comedy Store, right?
Gordon Downs.
Is that Comedy Store?
He's going to be at the Comedy Store.
Okay,
Wednesday.
it's not my job.
No.
Okay, Comedy Store, cool.
Yeah.
I will go there and contact that person, and I was also thinking about hosting.
I
was wondering, do you coach people to how to host, or how does that work?
So you could just sign up to host, and I could give you a few pointers and be there on the sidelines.
Okay.
To like have you. It's not really. It's a lot. Okay, it's a lot of work, but just like comedy, you just got to do it to get better.
Absolutely. I will do it.
There's not like, well, I mean, I guess there's probably people that you could watch training videos.
That's true. Yeah, how to host. Yeah.
But it's not like I for that I would recommend just doing it, because like low stakes, like if you're not doing a good job,
you learn.
You just can get better, and people are going to understand. You could say, "Oh, this is my first time hosting. Sorry."
Right.
And then every show is going to be a little bit different. Like at Quantum Brewing, and like the host to say, the name of the show at least a couple times. Explain that this is, some people are going to be working on new material. And you just like, and then warm up the audience with some jokes, and then say who's on deck, and then coming to the stage, and the last thing you should say is the person's name that's coming to the stage, and then not anything else.
Right.
And then if someone does bad, you could just make a quick little joke, or don't mention it, and then just do a quick joke of your own to like bring the energy back up.
Right.
The laughs back up.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Aaron.
Yeah, and then like for specifically with that show, it's a free show, but try at least once or twice, like mention, it'd be great if people could like tip, and like mention the tip jar, and then maybe give it to like a table that's like you see that's regular people, and say if you could pass it around. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. So just sign up when you're ready.
Okay.
It's under the same
email
as the feature.
Gotcha. Thank you.
Yeah, of course. And then also I think I put on there like a backup host, so if a host doesn't come, then
there's multiple
have
backup.
Could I have at least one backup host?
Interesting.
Because when the host doesn't come, that means I have to do it. And if I already have my mindset of, I get to go and not host, and then, you know what I mean? Like, it'd be nice to have a backup host that's also already in the mindset, if this person doesn't come, I'm going to be there too, to like be the backup host and the backup, if the first guest host doesn't come or decides not to do it or whatever, then the backup host can just fill right in.
Right.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
That would be.
I could be a backup.
Or you don't.
Or
have
the
to
main.
Yeah, or you could just be the main host, just
right.
trying to give people more options.
Right.
To like where, just to be in that mindset, because there's been times where I've like asked people, like the main host, guest host doesn't come or is late, and then I have to do it. And I tried to ask other people, and they're like not in that headspace at the time, or they have to leave or whatever.
Right.
So it's nice to have it all prepared
Absolutely.
ahead of time.
Right.
So that if something does go wrong, life is busy. Like, we're not getting paid to do this.
That's true.
This is a long term. One thing I'm trying to do is like figure out how to make this sustainable.
Do you have another job, Aaron?
I just have to find another job right now because I just like all my hours are just gone away. So that's one thing I have to do. I'm gonna start really looking forward after this roast battle. The roast battle has been occupying my mind too much, but it's tomorrow night. So
yeah,
so
I'm sure you're gonna nail it.
I hope so. I gotta practice. Yeah. All right. Well, I think this is a good place to end.
Yeah.
All right. So thanks so much for doing the podcast.
Thank you so much for having me. Thank you for watching.
Yes. This has been Comedy or Worse. All right. Bye, everybody.
Bye.